of something, courtesy of TTU Alumni. Now, we have a program. We are running behind the program. I think so far we are half an hour late. So when the chief guest and his entourage arrives, we are going to be running the program on what we call a military precision. And immediately they arrive, they will occupy the front seats. All of us will remain standing. Then we will have the Kenya National Anthem and the East African National Anthem played to us by the DJ. We will remain standing. I will ask Madam Sophie Chwaga to give us a word of prayer. Then I will skip the introduction, but I'll call in few officers and officials to give welcoming remarks. Please note, it's a welcoming remark, not an address, okay? So the following will give us a welcoming remark. We have SME Alumni Chapter Representative, Mr. Festus Muturi. I hope I pronounced your name right. Where is Festus? Please, when the guests arrive, make sure you are within vicinity. Then we will have the Dean, School of Mines, Dr. Eric Kosgei. Where is Eric? Okay. So Eric will give a remark, and then I will welcome Mr. Richard Kibengo, who is the chairperson of the TTU Alumni. And then later on, I will invite Professor Justin Maganga. Professor Justin will also give his remarks on behalf of the DVC Academic Research and Outreach, and then invite the VC who will take over the program from there. Then after that, we'll be able to guide you appropriately. I think I've been given the signal that the guest seems to be on their way. Immediately they get to the entrance, I will request all of you to stand, remain standing for the national anthem and the East African anthem, and then I will invite Madam Sophie. You will use the microphone on my right for the prayers. Thank you. I think we may stand. I have spotted the guests kindly. Thank you. Our chief guest, with your permission, may I request that we remain standing for the national anthem as well as the East African anthem. Thank you, Madam Sophie. May we remain standing for the prayers.
Kindly, let's bow down our heads.
Thank you. May we take our seat? Thank you. Good afternoon. With the permission of the chief guest, I want to request that I take all of you through the program of the day. We have a short program divided in 4 sections, and alumni come who will make his remark, and thereafter I will invite Professor Justin Maganga, who will make a remark as the Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Research and Outreach. But Professor Justin will also do one more thing, which will be to invite the Vice Chancellor, who will make his address, and invite the Deputy Governor, who is with us today. And thereafter, the Vice Chancellor will also invite the chief guest today, that is the Principal Secretary, State Department for Mining in the Ministry of Mining, Blue Economy, and Maritime Affairs, Mr. Elijah Mwangi. So that will be the first section of the program. Once we are done with that section, we will also be able to guide you appropriately on the next section. So please feel free and enjoy the rest of the program. Where is Elijah? Please. Elijah Karibu. Not Elijah, Festus, sorry. Festus Muturi, sorry. Festus, sorry. Use the microphone on my right.
Our chief guest, the
President
deans from different various schools, heads of departments, the mining, the alumni, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Festus Muturi. To say, I've always said this before, I am born again. I am an alumni of this university. I graduated in 2021, where later I joined the field at Rockland Kenya Limited. Recently, with the arrangement of the Ministry of Mining, I've been appointed as the Inspector of Mines at the State Department for Mining. So I'm really grateful. So allow me to thank you publicly for giving us that opportunity to serve. Today, I have very less to say. We gather here as the mining community and as the alumni of Taita Taveta University. We thought that it would make sense that we go out, we claim we came from a university, we have our degrees, PhDs, bachelors, masters, and we end up not benefiting the community. So our gathering here is to bring us together. That's why we call it as a faculty, that beyond the university, there is something that we can be able to do together. People in the government, people in the industry, and the people in the academia. I know much is going to be said in this forum. And going forward, we pray that we are going to have more diplomatic engagement because we are an international university. We are competing with those universities, and we can make Kenya to be the prime of Africa. I trust that we can make this also issue of mining. We are now at a very low level, but I'm aware we can push it very high because we have seen the peers all over the country. We have seen the effort of our leaders in the mining sector, and we trust coming together as an alumni, as a team, and we grow together. That energy, when it's brought together, we shall be able to do greater and greater things. I conclude my remarks with the ones of President J.F. Kennedy. He said, before you ask what the government is doing for you, ask yourself, what are you doing for that government? We are giving you a platform to do something to the government of Kenya. God bless you.
Our chief guest, Principal Secretary, State Department for Mining, Honorable Elijah Mwangi, Deputy Governor, Taita Taveta County, Her Excellency, Madam Christine Kilalo, Vice Chancellor, Professor Simiu Barasa, our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, Finance, Planning, Professor Kiptanui Arapto, Registrar and Acting DVC ARO, Professor Justin Maganga, Chairman of Alumni Association, Bwana Richard Kibengo, distinguished guests, alumni and industry partners, faculty, students, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. It's a great honor and privilege to stand before you today as we celebrate the growth and achievements of the Schools of Mines and Engineering at Taita Taveta University. I'm happy here together with you all in this occasion where we recognize our progress, appreciate our partners, and strategize for an even better future. Let me begin by expressing my sincere appreciation to our key industry and stakeholders who continue to support our vision. Mining Engineering Society of Kenya, who are here with us today, we appreciate your presence. Voi Gemstone and Value Addition representative, Bwana Wafula, who is here with us today. The Kenya Chamber of Commerce, and I believe there's our partners from the artisanal miners within the county. If you are here, we really appreciate your presence. Because you have all played a critical role in bridging the gap between academia and industry. We also recognize and honor our panel lecturers who are here today, Mr. James Ocheng and Mr. Ada Ndegwa. We really appreciate your support that we have received all along. From one program, when the school started in 2008, SME has grown tremendously. Today, in 2025, we proudly offer 3 undergraduate programs, 3 master's programs, and 2 PhD programs in critical engineering fields, which are very unique in this country. And the journey does not stop here. We are excited to announce that BSc Petroleum Engineering, Geological Engineering, Geomatics Engineering, and Chemical Engineering will soon be launched. A few have already been accredited by the Commission for University Education, and hopefully starting this year, we'll have the program already running. All these programs are meant to support our key flagship program, which is mining and mineral processing. Our research focus also has expanded significantly, covering areas in mining and mineral processing, energy and sustainable development, water resources, and climate change adaptation. Through these research efforts, our school is directly contributing to national and global challenges, ensuring that our graduates emerge as problem solvers in engineering and mining industry. We are proud of our MSc Environmental and Engineering graduates, many of whom are already working and making impact in the industry, academia, and government. His Honorable Bwana Pierce has already acknowledged the fact that many of our graduates are already working in the different levels in the ministries. Our graduates have secured jobs both locally and internationally, some already working in South Africa, Germany, Australia, and the UK. Others have already taken up roles in Kenya, including in the ministry, as I have already said. Our students have also demonstrated excellence beyond the classroom. SME graduates have won awards both in local and regional competitions, showcasing their expertise and innovation. These achievements highlight the strength of our programs and dedication of our faculty. Beyond the academia, the School of Mines and Engineering is committed to community engagement and capacity building. We have been actively involved in training artisanal and small-scale miners to improve their mining techniques and safety principles and standards. A great example of this is the recent artisanal small-scale miners workshop, which was held in Kakamega, where we trained local miners on sustainable, safe, and responsible mining practices. A strong alumni, therefore, is the backbone of, as we all know, is the backbone of any institution, and today we recognize the SME Alumni Association for its contribution, which covers areas such as the strengthening of the industry linkages between themselves, the alumni, between our current students and staff, providing the mentorship to current students, and supporting program development and research initiatives. We urge all our alumni, therefore, to continue supporting the school, whether through collaboration, internship, job placements, or knowledge sharing. As we look to the future, we invite all our partners, government agencies, industry leaders, alumni, and stakeholders to join us in strengthening and expanding our programs. Let us work together to make TTU a hub of excellence in mining, engineering, and sustainable management. Your support, whether in research collaboration, funding, internships, or mentorship, will be instrumental in shaping the next generation of engineers and mining professionals. Together, let us think big, plan together, and grow the School of Mines and Engineering to the great heights. I could never be prouder. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will not read the speech. I'll just make remarks as advised. The Principal Secretary, State Department of Mining, Honorable Elijah Mwangi, the Deputy Governor, Your Excellency Honorable Christian Kilalo, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Fred Simiu Baraza, the Deputy Vice Chancellors, Deans and Directors of Faculties and Schools, Chairperson of Departments, members of faculties and the entire academic fraternity, the SME Alumni Taita Taveta University, the pioneer lecturers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I want to first say, thank you so much, PS. Remember, we came to your offices last month. The purpose why we came there was to invite you for this event. And even when you were busy, you assigned us the secretary where we had a long conversation with them. And we want to appreciate you for honoring this invitation to come to grace this occasion. Asante sana, Bwana PS. We had made a commitment in the last graduation that from the increasing number of the alumni members, we wanted to have more constructive conversations because the numbers are growing. We are now talking over 5,000 alumni students, and every year we are graduating more numbers. And we felt that we needed to have better conversations around the different areas of interest. And so we made a commitment to our members that we start clustering them into chapters. And today we are proud that we are today launching the first faculty of Taita Taveta University Mining and Engineering faculty, which is a great success for us. PS, we want to thank you because we've had a long conversation with you today. We not want to repeat the many discussions that we've had with you today. You've appreciated the university. You've appreciated the needs of the university. We just want to ask you, Bwana PS, that from the alumni where we sit and where I lead, PS, the National Mining Institute, and you've visited that place today. We wish to get your commitment in supporting the ministry, supporting us with the many equipment that we require, so that then that institute can be complete. Number two, Bwana PS, we now have an endowment fund, the Taita Taveta University Endowment Fund. Previously, Bwana PS, we, as the alumni, identified the needs of this institution. And there are quite a number of needs for this institution. And we started supporting the university from supporting them with giving bursaries for the needy students. We did that, and we felt with the university management that we needed a more structured engagement. And from then, with the leadership of the VC, we now have an endowment fund, and Bwana PS will want you in person and as a ministry to support us through this endowment fund. Through that, then we can give directly back to this institution. Bwana PS, I want to appreciate you so much because in our engagements today, you committed and you gave us good feedback that through your ministry and through the State Department of Mining, you've been able to employ a number of our graduates. In fact, you reported that 3/4 of those that are employed in the last recruitment exercise were from Taita Taveta University. Number tupigie Bwana PS makofi. We just want to ask you again that when such an opportunity comes again, Bwana PS considers. Lastly, Bwana PS, these ladies and gentlemen that have graduated from this university, the VC has told you of how well they're doing out there. We want to create more networking opportunities for them. And Bwana PS, we know that daily you interact with a number of private sector persons who are in different industries in the mining sector. Bwana PS, in the near future, will be creating a networking platform. We'll again be inviting you. We wish that in the future days that you can bring on board other investors, the private investors, that can also create employment for our young ladies and gentlemen graduates here. And Bwana PS, that we'll really appreciate. Lastly, Bwana PS, I don't have so many words to tell you, but on behalf of the many thousands of the alumni students and members of this association, I want to say thank you so much. As you go well, and thank you so much. Asanteni sana. Good afternoon.
Our chief guest, Honorable Elijah Mwangi, the Deputy Governor of Taita Taveta County, Her Excellency Christine Kilalo, all protocols observed, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I stand here to, one, appreciate the presence of our Principal Secretary, State Department of Mining, for gracing this occasion on the launch of the School of Mines and Engineering TTU chapter. Of the areas that he mentioned, as the alumni chair has indicated, is that we are having good name outside there, and our graduates are well trained and well grounded in the fields of mine engineering. That's why we're able to have about 73% of them being employed. In terms of community engagement, Taita Taveta University has had great impact, starting from the home county, where we have a lot of minerals. And we've had many trainings for our artisanal miners in this county, trying to equip them in the areas of safety, in the areas of the environment, and many other areas, including entrepreneurship and marketing of their mines. Just recently, a week ago, there was a workshop organized by Transparency International at Two Oceans in Voi, where they were discussing many issues to do with mining around the country, and we managed to meet some stakeholders from West Pokot who expressed their request for TTU to go and conduct some training, and would wish to partner with the ministry to carry out this training in those very many areas. The Gemstone Center in Voi has also been very critical in terms of our programs. And recently, when the Commission for University Education was here, it's one of the areas that we use to train our students. So we have a good synergy between the university, the county, and also the Gemstone Center. Sometimes in 2017, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights conducted some research here on the effects of mining on human rights, and Taita Taveta University gave all the experts to write the report. I could recognize Engineer Thandegwa was one of them, who was very influential as a panelist in that commission, and some of us were also part of it. I'm happy today that as I stand here, I see most of my students that I taught. I do teach them in environmental impact assessment and auditing. They are part of the team in the State Department of Mining, and also in other critical areas in the vast of mining. So I would like to not overemphasize that we are really producing good graduates who are hands-on. They are not only on theory, they are hands-on. And I think sometimes last year the community also donated to us a mine in a place called Kasigao, where we can set up the mine and use it for training of our students, and it becomes like a model mine. So allow me to end here by saying thank you very much, Bwana PS, and when we saw you today moving along our mining laboratories, we have the hope that they are going to be equipped very soon. Thank you very much. So on this note, I want to end here and wish to invite the father of this university, an innovator, our own Professor Fred Simiyu Baraza, to come and
our chief guest, the Principal Secretary, State Department of Mining, and my dear friend and brother, our Deputy Governor, Your Excellency Christine Kilalo, the chairman of the Taita Taveta University Alumni Association, and a great friend of mine and a great friend of Taveta University, Mr. Richard Kibengo, and in fact, a member of the Board of Trustees of the Taveta University Endowment Board, Fund Board, all our great guests, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, I'm actually extremely happy to be here, and I promise to take 2 minutes. I always speak to our students and our professors whenever I address them, and all our staff, that the only impossible thing is for anything to be impossible. The only impossible thing is for anything to be impossible. That means nothing is impossible. And for those who read the Bible, Luke chapter 1 verse 37 says, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." But God uses you and I to make things possible. As long as we believe, nothing shall be impossible. And at TTU, we are on a growth trajectory of excellence. We believe that every step we are taking, we are making ourselves to emerge as a center of excellence in mining and mineral process engineering in the country, and that is why we are known, and rightly so, as Kenya's mining university, and we are extremely proud to be so. We are not only a center of excellence in mining, we are located in the mining belt of this great country of Kenya. And so we are extremely happy, sir, to associate with you, and we are extremely happy, Your Excellency, for the great support you have given us and which you continue giving us in this journey. I'm happy to report that TTU has made great strides. For the very first time in the year just ended, November last year, we have been able to register 3 patents of innovations out of this university. And we are going to release them in the market in the next few weeks that are going to bring a major change in the way we do business in Kenya in various areas. Just about 2 days ago, one of our lecturers graduated with a PhD degree in Germany at the oldest university, mining university in Germany, that is TU Bagatemi, Freiburg, Mr. Nation Adero. And you can read about him. And he has actually researched on the mines in Taita Taveta County and been able to do a major study on optimization of mining systems within the county. And I've seen it has already been adopted and it's changing the mining game. And sir, we want to assure you that we shall continue being ahead of everyone else. We have been having a major shortage of water in this university. We have said the paradox is that the Mzima Springs originate from this county and feed Mombasa, the whole of Mombasa city. But it passes far in the national park to Mombasa. We as a university have never been connected to Mzima Springs. Every year we have been seeking. The reason we are always oscillating about 4,000 students is because we don't have enough water to bring to 15,000. The moment you give us water, Your Excellency, this will be a different game changer in this. But we are happy to report that we have entered into a partnership with the Kenya Red Cross, and by June this year, we shall be connected to water. And I'm sure the Kenya Red Cross is working, and they will meet the full cost of connecting the university and the surrounding community using our 4.5 million liter water tank as part of our corporate social responsibility. We are really looking forward to that. We have had a meeting with the CS and our PS just last week, and we were asking for only 3 things. And the first thing we were asking is that you help us operationalize the National Mining Institute, which the government already took a policy decision that is located here. And you have seen the building is ready. We are just ready. We have finished the programs for middle-level training, certificate, diploma, because we are already doing a lot in mining at undergraduate, master's, and PhD. And your being here is just going to make that to happen, and we are very grateful to you. The second thing was to ask the ministry that you help us with equipping our labs and our workshops for mining and mineral processing and all forms of beneficiation that you talked about. We have the human capacity. We do not have sufficient infrastructural capacity to be able to add value to what we are supposed to be doing. And sir, we only need 597 million to inject into equipment. And this will be a world class that when you go there, no other university in Kenya will have facilities close to what we have. And we know that you are here for that. When we were discussing with the CS Mining, Honorable Joho, he said that last year, but I will not shout about it, the ministry actually returned 2 billion shillings to the treasury. And I said, if you only gave us 1/4 of that, which is 500 million, you will have changed Kenya forever. And sir, we are happy that you are here today. And finally, we ask the ministry that you can actually link us to a strategic partner, a strategic investor that can work with and work with Taveta University in the mining sector, mining education, mines exploration, mine exploitation, everything to do with mining and mineral process engineering. I was listening to last night to the cabinet secretary of the National Treasury, Honorable Mbadi, and he mentioned there are 3 things that if we manage to do, we shall change the economy of this country. And one of them that he mentioned was mining. And I was glad that we are hosting you here today, sir. We are in the process of establishing a mining laboratory, actual mine, which will be used for training our staff. I was discussing with our peers that University of Nairobi has Kenyatta Hospital for their medical training. KU has Kenyatta Referral Hospital, right? Moi has Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. Egerton has got Ngongongeri Farm. Taita Taveta University, we are in the process of establishing a mine, real mine, where we are going to do mining and we are going to use it for training our engineers and all other people related around mining. We have the land. This morning, you made me talk to the CS, and he actually thought we are already mining, and I assured him no. He said, Prof, you cannot be an illegal miner, you must be licensed. And I assured the CS that Taita Taveta University, in fact, we were at the forefront of the development of the Mining Act. And the key people we seconded, we have Ada Ndegwa, if you can stand. We sponsored him. And Ada, if you can walk here for 1 minute. If you can walk here for 1 minute. Ada Ndegwa and our experts here were key, sir, in the development of the Mining Act of Kenya. And in fact, the mining sector was not included in the Vision 2030. And Ada, can you just take 30 seconds to say what TTU did in inclusion of mining in the pillar Vision 2030?
Thank you very much, Chief Guest. When the first medium-term plan came out, mining had totally been left out. And we realized that, and we said the greatest prospect for this country has been left out. We started running to offices. We even visited boards where we could get a hearing. And eventually, we were allowed to make a proposal of including mining as a priority sector of the economic pillar. We did that, and when the next medium-term plan came out, for the first time, mining was given a sector, and that was followed by the creation of the standalone Ministry of Mining. So we've made progress in that respect.
Thank you so much. Now, wish miaka mirefu so that you continue doing good things for us. So we are in the process of doing that. So we have trained, now we are moving close to 1,000 artisanal miners. And we have been trying to do that using our research and development with USAID. We have done it with the University of Nottingham, and Her Excellency knows that we even developed a strategy paper for the mining sector, and it was launched, and we hope that the country will be able to move along those lines, that we can be able to move. So as a university, we are well connected to the county, we are well connected to the country, and we want to move together. Today was not my day, and I want to just welcome Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, to be able to make her remarks. And after her remarks, I will request Her Excellency, Madam, to be able to welcome the PS, if you allow. Thank you.
Asante sana. Have a seat. Yeah, allow me to ride on the protocols already established. Good afternoon. Yeah, my name is Christine Kilalo, the Deputy Governor for Taita Taveta, representing Governor Andrew Mwadime Wakuja. I can see his name here. I don't think I can fit in his shoes in relation to mining because they are big. But I'll make my remarks as a citizen of Taita Taveta and a citizen of Kenya in relation to this great day when we are launching the alumni for the School of Mining and Engineering. I would like to say that we really appreciate Taita Taveta University as a county because it is making great contributions in terms of transforming this county. Not only being the first university in the county, but specializing in mining, which is a key natural resource found here. Taita Taveta University, for me, I see it as a giant. I don't know whether you have that vision of it. I see it as a giant and pioneer in the mining industry. Why am I saying that? Because having lived in this nation and being located in Taita Taveta, where mining has been taking place for many, many years, and there hasn't been a key focus or focus in mining per se, as I have heard from the previous speakers. With the coming of Taita Taveta University, we have started seeing the focus in mining, and even the national government now is focused in mining. And we are seeing development of policies and laws which are going to even help us as a county, despite that mining is not fully devolved. We appreciate the presence of Taita Taveta University, especially in our effort to work with artisanal miners. As a county, we are very keen on strengthening the capacity of artisanal miners, because the guys and ladies who are involved in artisanal mining, they depend on it for their livelihoods. And for us, those ones are important. The others who are the industrial giants, industrial mining giants, hao ni wakubwa sana, sisi hatuwafikii. But the artisanal miners are the ones we are most concerned about. So when we hear the university is keen on working with them and supporting them in terms of safety, in terms of skills, and now we are looking forward to the alumni also making links, just the way Taita Taveta University itself has made links with the county government and the artisanal miners, so that they can be supported and they be able to transform their lives. Taita Taveta University, I'm seeing it as a hub, and as I said, as a champion, a pioneer in matters mining. I don't think there is any other which has reached that level. So we are encouraging and requesting the national government, Ministry of Mining, to focus on developing Taita Taveta. I am adding my voice to support Professor Simiu. Let us invest in Taita Taveta and assist the university bring its vision into being, especially around the establishment of the National Mining Institute, and also equipping the labs. I have had pleasure of visiting them, although I don't understand much about mining engineering, but I can see there are things that are lacking in those labs. So, PS being here today, we add our voice to the voice of the leadership at the university in terms of supporting to enable Taita Taveta University become and continue being the leader that it is in the mining industry. We are very glad ourselves as a county, because Taita Taveta University, just as you are employing the graduates, even ourselves, we are. The people who are handling mining in the county, actually, they were trained from here, and we really appreciate their skills, and we appreciate them as people, since they understand this area well, and they'll be able to champion in terms of developing the small scale and artisanal miners. And that's why we were able to link with our communities so that they could be able to allocate a site for the university to actually carry out mining the way it is supposed to be carried out, so that everybody learns. And we are hoping the rest of Kenya will come to Taita Taveta and learn from Taita Taveta in relation to mining, so that Taita Taveta becomes not only the Taita Taveta University becoming the lead university, but even the county itself becoming a leader and champion in relation to driving this sector, which is so critical to our economy. We are grateful for your coming, and we know with your pronouncements today, we'll be able to address some of the things that are a big challenge in this university. We are working with them, as they say, in relation to the water program, because we believe when there is water here, a lot of Kenyans and even international students will come here to learn about mining. Thank you very much for listening to me. And I would like now to take this opportunity to invite you, PS Elijah Mwangi, to come and speak to the audience. Thank you very much. Karibu sana. Hapa kumekuwa nyumbani.
We miss it. Well, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor Taita Taveta County, Madam Chris Kilaro, our Deputy Vice Chancellor, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Fred Barasa, our Deputy Vice Chancellors, the Honorable, let me tell them the runners or the students, and our protocols observed. Hamjabu. Good afternoon. Well, without forgetting the School of Mine and Engineering alumni who have brought us this afternoon so that we can launch their initiative. So it is indeed a great honor to join you today for this historic occasion, the official launch of the Taita Taveta University School of Mines and Engineering Alumni Chapter. Today's gathering is a culmination of many hours of meticulous planning, commitment, and zeal by all of you to ensure that not only the success of this event, but also to bring to life the grand vision of the School of Mines and Engineering, which began a few years ago. I extend my congratulations to the fraternity of Taita Taveta University for your relentless commitment to the development of young and visionary mining professionals who are now shaping the mining sector locally, regionally, and internationally. I also want to acknowledge the esteemed industry players gathered here today, whose invaluable contributions have and continue to inform critical aspects of Kenya's mining landscape. To the alumni present, congratulations for this outstanding milestone. I wish you success in organizing all your future engagements and growing the alumni chapter into a formidable organization that will support the growth of the mining sector. Ladies and gentlemen, Taita Taveta University is one of the youngest, not so young, but there are those who are older than Taita Taveta University in Kenya, and carries the honor of the first university to host the School of Mines. In this regard, I must recognize the effort and contributions by the pioneer of these noble initiatives, led by the first Vice Chancellor, Professor Hamadi Boga, and the management that came from the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology in the year 2008. Through sheer resilience, determination, and visionary leadership, what started as constituent college of JKUAT has within a short period transformed into fully-fledged university with a charter. Notably, the Taita Taveta University has continued to register phenomenal growth. So far, the university has graduated professionals across various disciplines, and admire that more courses are being introduced to increase the Taita Taveta competitiveness, as it was indicated by our Vice Chancellor. Through established and beneficial collaborations with entities like the Center for Excellence for Mining, Environmental Engineering, and Resource Management, SEMREM, TTU has succeeded in training and graduating so many mining engineers, over 400, degree levels with masters, and as we have had, PhD. This enormous achievement within a short period is tangible testimony to the heights the university continues to scale in pursuit of excellence in academic. I also take this opportunity to acknowledge and congratulate other pioneers of the schools, among them Mr. Ada Degwa, who's taught here, Mr. Michael Kabugu, Mr. Bernard Musonko, a geologist who is with us, James Ochieng, who has served within the then Mines and Geology Department in the ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, the launch of TTU's School of Mine Engineering Alumni Chapter is not just an event. It is the laying of foundation for the establishment of a formidable professional network. By its very nature, the mining sector drives a perfect integration of three vital players, that is the academia, the investor, and the government, who is the regulator. The synergy among the tripartite entities are enhanced through excellent path of engagement that is aptly captured in today's theme. forging connections, inspiring progress, together we rise. Our collective vision for a sustainable and thriving mining industry should transcend the extraction of resources to encompass and harness partnerships, leveraging knowledge and ensuring shared prosperity for all. As the State Department for Mining, we recognize the critical role that the institutions of higher learning such as Taita Taveta University play in equipping professionals with requisite skills to drive innovation, nurture creativity, and guarantee sustainability in the industry. By forging strong bonds between academia, government, and industry, we continue to create a robust mining sector that supports economic growth, continue to create a robust sector that supports economic growth, uphold environmental integrity, and boost social development. The government, a central player in the sector, remains committed to providing anchor employment for graduates in the School of Mines. I'm pleased to report that we recently hired 76 inspectors of mine, out of which 56 are happy to call Taita Taveta University their alma mater. So the State Department for Mining, therefore, is very pleased with the training that is offered at this university. Ladies and gentlemen, today's launch is a call for action. An alumni network is a powerful resource, a fulcrum that provides mentorship to students. It will foster an understanding by creating a nexus between the industry and academia, thereby bridging the existing gaps in the sector. Above all, this network will be critical in promoting result-oriented research and innovation. I therefore urge all mining stakeholders to take deliberate steps in supporting the progressive reforms initiated in sector through offering mentorship, internship, and job opportunities to the upcoming graduates. Additionally, we must join hands to support research and development in the advancement of new and safe mining technologies and practices, while supporting sustainability. We strive to champion responsible mining models and advocate for ethical standards within the industry. Our togetherness today is a necessary ingredient in forging stronger connections that will inspire progress for prosperity. As I conclude, we must always remember that progress is never achieved in isolation. Through partnerships, innovation, and smart investments, we can raise the mining sector, contributions to the envisaged 10% and beyond. We must commit to sharing knowledge, nurturing visionary ideas into concrete forms, and embracing excellence as pathways for elevating Kenya's mining industry and increasing contributions to the national ceremony. And before I conclude, just want to thank the Vice Chancellor and the Alumni chapter who came to Nairobi to request that I grace this occasion. As I have said, it is a great honor. I have been to Taita Taveta County so many times. And today I'm here with a suit and a tie. It's very hot to have a suit and a tie in coast. But I asked yesterday through my PA, what is the dress code? I was told to come with a tie and a suit. And I said, well, in Nairobi every day we are with a tie and a suit, but now how comes in Taita Taveta? But nevertheless, it was for a purpose. Our faces here have been to Nairobi at my office over 4 times. And the recent was last week when he paid courtesy to our CS. And I happened to be in the office. And I was able to catch up with him. And it is through that visit, Professor, that renewed my commitment to be here today. In fact, I had delegated to our Secretary of Mine, but through that meeting, I realized there were some gentlemen who had visited our office, and there is a present which they brought to me, which every time I look at it, I see Taita Taveta University. So I decided I'll come That was very innovative. Well, as a university that offers training in research and innovation, we cannot deny that we need one another. Whereas as a government, we are the regulator. And of course, we carry out, in one way, development of policies. The university is trained. And the capacity that is trained from the universities is what transforms the industries. So anytime you hear that some mines have collapsed, whom should we bring? Because in Kenya, we don't have a middle level college that trains the cadres who work in mines. And therefore it is the government and the trainers, who in this case is the universities, who to some extent have not done fully their work. But I'm glad because of the National Mining Institute. Professor, you have talked about it so passionately any time that we meet. And today I'm a witness that there's so much work that has been done in that particular area. And therefore we commit, as we have done, to support you. Essentially, the support requires financial resources. And I'm glad when we were working together, passionately you told me that some of the items, the equipments that are there, has been bought through some of the research works that you have done, some proposals that you have written to partners, and they have come to support you. As a government, I will still urge together, because resources is limited, we all understand. And the government is trying to look for ways on how to raise adequate funds so that it can meet majority of its obligation. But what if we try to go out of our way, apart from training, when we are doing our research, when we are doing our innovation? What is this that we can offer to the market? Well, I'll start by what you indicated, that through the county government support, you have identified a mine. Of course, we will still urge that you go through the process. You told us that the CS almost called you an illegal miner. Of course, you are not mining. As a university, I agree with you. You need a model. Because if you have a model mine, everybody can learn from it. And for you to get that model mine, we require us to support you to get a mining license, which we commit we shall provide the necessary support for you to make an application, to process the license so that genuinely you can be having a mining license which you can use then to develop a mine. And when you develop a mine, you become a miner, because whatever you extract from that, it's not necessary that you use all the gemstones that may come out of that area. The Kasigao area, that's I heard of. So you have to dispose, you have to sell some of it, and of course you get some revenue out of it. However, the linkages that we may have, if this National Mining Institute were to come to conclusion, which I support, its operationalization, I believe it can offer a very great opportunity for the mining companies in Kenya. Right now, we just have one national lab, which is managed by the national government, the Ministry of Mining. But if we have this university equip an internationally recognized lab, you are certain that all the mining companies who take samples outside this country, they will be bringing their samples here for analysis and testing. And therefore, it is another revenue as you train stream for the university. Nevertheless, we shall continue partnering together. And to our alumni, and I believe we do have some of our students around. The ministry, in the last intake, took 75% or thereabout of the students from this university. However, you have trained of almost 500 so far, mines and processing engineers, and we have just taken 76. The county government may just take some few. What will happen to the rest? Well, the policy of this government And when we came into the office, we developed a policy which was taken to the cabinet on mineral processing and value addition. And in the course of time, those who are carrying out mining understand that we categorized our minerals into two. Strategic minerals, there are 14, and we have the other industrial or construction minerals. And the purpose of categorizing those minerals into strategic, it's because as a country, we were losing so much by exporting unprocessed ore. For instance, when we export iron ore from Kishushe here in Taita Taveta, what does it happen? We just get very minimal revenue from it because it is not processed anyway, but when it goes out there to India and any other country, the value addition they have to employ, is it? They have to use utilities, is it? And all that comes with the process of transforming the unprocessed ore into a commodity. But now, what are we gaining? And therefore, out of that policy, it was decided, and still it is, that we do not allow export of unprocessed ore. And the policy is that we are looking at a situation whereby we can have a mineral and value processing plant in each and every county. For instance, here, and we are very grateful, the county government, Madam Christine, because it is through your effort, you talked to the residents, and we are able to get that where an investor have already set up, or they are setting up a factory, which is going to employ over 3,000 people directly. Then across the country, in Eregeo Marakwet, we used to have Frospa factory there, which had closed almost 8 years ago. Right now, it has been revived. In fact, we are expecting by June this year, they shall be having their first export. What does that mean? When they start mining again, we are creating more jobs, and specifically for those in this specialty. In Kakamega, having identified gold as the main mineral found there, the government, in collaboration with the county government of Kakamega, identified a RAD. The county government provided a RAD to the government. We looked for an investor. Right now, we have already constructed a gold refinery through a private player. What does that mean? Our gold, which has been going or been smuggled across the country, we shall have a net to aid, because we are establishing a market for our gold from the artisanals, and those who do trade with gold, there shall be a policy that all the gold must be traded through the Kakamega Gold Refinery. And therefore, we shall create another market for us. When we go to granite, that is in Vihiga, and part of Siaya and Bungoma, we have established a granite processing plant. And that goes on. We are liaising with the Kitui County government to provide us RAD so that we can establish a copper factory. We are liaising with the Muranga County government to provide RAD so that we can establish a tires making factory using the crane, the chlorine that is in that area, and so on and so forth. And therefore, we feel, despite the exit of base titanium, right now we are very particular in evaluating any license that is applied. And so far, some may complain that we are not issuing license because we are not issuing to anybody. You cannot apply for a mining license so that you can afterwards go and look for money to develop a mine. Speculation. We are not allowing. For you to get a license, we are very particular that we give you a license, within 6 months you have established a mine. And that's how our graduates here are going to benefit. Rather than giving people licenses, they put the license in their bags, they go out, look for money, trade the license, whereas on the ground there is nothing that is happening. And therefore, I urge the university, let's continue training. Within the next few years, as we have always aspired, the 10% is reality. To date, we have expressed interest from some of the largest mining companies to establish mines in this country. And that's why we are very particular. We are not giving license just to please people. How many licenses have you given? 1,000. What for? We will give 10, 20, 100 licenses that are going to develop into a mine. And therefore, on the licensing, we are very particular to ensure that under the value addition, we establish mines, we establish industries, so that our students who graduate from our universities are able to get jobs, and of course the government can get revenue and foreign exchange and the likes. Then I'm also very grateful by this university, specifically on the area of artisanal mining. The Kenya Kwanza government, by then, today broad-based government, had a very soft heart for our artisanals. In our case, they are talking about hustlers. Our hustlers is artisanals, and it is very disheartening when you find any other time a mine has collapsed. What is this that we are not doing well? Of course, first of all, we decided to decriminalize the activities. We have reached out to them. We are forming cooperatives, and therefore, next time when you'll be training, and of course, we are also training the same artisanals. We want to collaborate. We want to work together. So our officers here, Danny office, at the Voi town office, let's involve them. They will come with their expertise, and also they're able to identify the cooperatives that have already been formed, so that we can have a target that subsequently they will be able to get a license and be able to work. So we have worked so well with the Mines Engineer Society of Kenya. We work so well with the Kenya National Chambers of Commerce and Industry. To some extent, the Kenya Chambers of Mine and other stakeholders. And I urge even our engineers who are graduating, apart from being members of the alumni, as part of networking, which is part of what we are looking for, join these associations. And it is through them that you are going to get those linkages, and whatever you are doing, you're able to get a wider network. Prof, on the endowment fund, maybe I will get more information, but as a government, this being a university under the Ministry of Education, and of course the State Department for Higher Education. Then we are establishing the National Mining Institute, which you told me it starts from the certificate level, the diploma, so to some extent under the Taveta. So we need to look into three: the university, State Department for Higher Learning, the Taveta, and the State Department for Mining, and agree how is it that we are coming through the national government support to operationalize this institute. Otherwise, it is something that has been there. In our Mining Act, those who developed the Mining Act, the country aspires to have a national mining institute, and I believe that's where the discussion came from. So that is one of the items that we have not implemented in our Mining Act. And therefore, together with the three state departments, I feel we need to work to come together and agree how to resource the institute so that it can be concluded. However, the matters of linkages, I agree with you. If we get a very good strategic partners that they are there, we can have that to some extent matters shorted. And as I conclude, those who are still undergraduates and those who graduated, and you say you don't know what to do to be successful. I just want to tell you that you do not have to have come from a successful lineage in order to be mentored to succeed. So there are those who have succeeded. There is this, the chair of this mining and engineering. I heard you are the chair, or something. I heard you say Mr. Buturi, a member of the Alumni committee. I heard you say that you started from here, you went to Lockrad, now you're in the ministry. To me, You are doing well. What about the others? Because from the ministry, you learn so much, then you can do what you want to do. You can be in the academia, you can come back, do master's, PhD, and the rest. But what about the others? So let's be mentored so that you can get what you want to do. And therefore, I was saying, just identify who is your role model. Duplicate their actions. Copy their mindsets. And use their mistakes to create success for yourself. Know that what you want. Know what you want. Value what you want. And identify ways of achieving what you want. For us, I'm very grateful once more for this university. I feel going forward, in Nairobi where there's traffic jams, there are sometimes we used to read the car in front is always, what were they saying? Toyota, are we going to say the experts in the mining sector, when you look left, right, you are likely to get Taita Taveta University. I feel that's where we are heading. Others, I'm very grateful for this opportunity. We'll work together to support you. For the reasons that we may not be able to comprehensively conclude on this forum, Vice Chancellor, Professor, you're always available. We are always available, and we will team up together with the county government. Wakuja na support hii university sana. No wonder he is a doctor. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Chief Guest. I have a signal to go back to my military precision. We have 3 more activities which we will attempt to do in the next 10 minutes because the end time is predetermined in the program. And so immediately, I want to ask the Chief Guest, the Honorable Deputy Governor, the Vice Chancellor, the Chairman Alumni, and SME Alumni Representative to come to my right hand. There is a plaque there. And then after opening the plaque, we will have a photo session. After the photo session, we will have presentation of the gifts, and we are presenting gifts to 3 parties. And the gift to the PS will be presented by the Vice Chancellor. The gift to Mr. Ndegwa, which is one of our pioneer lecturers, will be presented by Honorable Deputy Governor. And the gift to Mr. James Ochieng will be presented by the Chairman Alumni. So please, Chief Guest, Deputy Governor, Vice Chancellor, the rest of us, please, may we stand. Caro, please join them to guide them through. And once they do that, we can give them a round of applause once they have done it. Carol, please guide them on what to do. Thank you, thank you. We may take our seats after the photo. May I know whether the photo session is done? Once the photo is done,
Taita Taveta University School of Mines and Engineering Alumni Chapter was officially launched by Elijah Mwangi, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Mining on 20th March 2025. So that's what we have launched.
thank you, PS. We may take our seats, please. Yes. So the first is the Vice Chancellor and the PS. So let's have the Vice Chancellor present the gift to the PS. Ben, come nearer. Once it is presented, you can have it. No, you don't. No, George. Ben, thank you, PS. You may take your seat. Next is the Deputy Governor. Where is Mr. Athandegwa? We can have Richard next with Mr. Ochieng. Caro.
Taita Taveta University Alumni Association, School of Mines and Engineering Alumni Chapter. Presented to Arthur Ndegwa.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You may take your seat. Please take your seat. The next is Mr. James Ochieng.
Taita Taveta University Alumni Association, School of Mines and Engineering Alumni Chapter, James Ochieng, Pioneer Lecturer, School of Mining and Engineering. TT extends our heartfelt congratulations for your pioneering work in the field of mining that has left enduring legacy, shaped the lives of many students, and advanced the mining profession.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. We will leave one part of the program. Allow me to welcome Madam Caroline to make the closing remarks and give us a closing prayer. After that, I will request all the rest to remain as the guests exit. Okay? So, Caro, take the floor.
Thank you. The chief guest and all protocols observed. I'll take this opportunity to thank all of you for making time to attend this lounge. When we were in Nairobi, when we had come to meet you, I told my committee that this is the first baby of the Alumni Association. And it's a success. And thank you so much for making time, Bwana Elijah, to come and grace it. Thank you, Mr. VC, for being so kind to the alumni and always supporting us. We acknowledge it, and you've seen it. And thank you so much for organizing even all the departments to make this event a success. The Department of Mining, Catering, Estates, and all the HODs, thank you so much even for your presence. The Planning Committee, I wouldn't mention them because of time. Thank you so much for your commitment to plan this event. We started since last year in October, and here we are. So thank you so much for the resilience and availing yourselves. The Alumni Board, thank you so much for supporting us. All the mining alumni who have traveled across the country to come, we acknowledge the efforts to come embrace this this baby, because this is your baby, and this is just a start. I know we are going to scale up across the country. So kindly let's embrace this baby and make it grow. All the mining stakeholders, MESC, the Kenya Chambers of Mine, kindly pass our appreciation to your leaders because they helped us to mobilize the engineers. We appreciate your presence and your support. All attendees, all our guests, thank you so much for making time. We can pray. We can stand and pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we are grateful this afternoon for giving us a chance to have the launch of the School of Mines and Engineering Alumni Chapter. Thank you for the success of the event. Thank you for gracing us with good weather. Thank you for gracing us with good health. Thank you for provision. We are grateful for this milestone that we've achieved as alumni. Thank you for our guests. Thank you for the journey mercies to come all the way to Voi. And even we pray for journey mercies as they leave Voi to their different places of assignments and even of stay. Lord, we are grateful. Even as we proceed with other activities of the day, we seek your grace and your mercies. We bless you and we honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Carol. We may remain standing as the chief guest and his entourage leave the podium. Please remain standing. Please remain standing. DVC, these are your people. I'm not going to allow you to leave. He knows it's the DVC. So thank you. Can you please take your seats? My apologies for running the program with the speed we have done towards the end, but it is for a special reason and a special request. While we have prayed, I want to specially recognize the alumni who have traveled to be with us here. Could they just stand up? The alumni members who have traveled to be with us here. Could we give them a round of applause? Thank you. You may take your seat. This is the only group where you mix alumni and staff. So I'm not very sure. And I didn't see one standing. Actually, two. Okay. Where is Carol? We had a cake for this function. That is why I have retained the DVC. So I will request Carol to lead us in cutting the cake. I request the DVC Aero, Dean of Students, Acting Dean, Mr. Athandegwa. The cake is the box that looks like a house on my right. I did ask for the contents of the cake. I've been assured there is nothing that any of us is tolerant to. So, Carol, once it's ready, let me know. Then I think from here, there is a photo session of the alumni and then a photo session of the alumni and the students. Carol and her team will guide us on how that photo is done. DJ, I hope you have a nice tune, not that one of Keki Sio Ugali. All right? If that is the one you have, let me know so that we just clap, okay? So I read out some names. Please join Carol in that table. the DVC, the Dean of Students, the Dean School of Mining, the Dean Emeritus. I know you are trying to avoid, but please join them. The representative, SME representative in the alumni. Si lazima tukule hiyo keki? Good. Kuna zile sauti nimesikia for once. Kibengo, please join this team. I didn't know engineers know how to make cakes. Or you engage somebody to do it. So Richard, have this microphone. Just have the microphone. I want the chairman alumni to read for us the contents of that cake before we...
Okay.
Is the table stable? Where is James? The students have made a special appeal that you join this team. And I have to obey. So, Richard, you can ask the contents of that cake?
Taita Taveta University Alumni Association, TTU AA, celebrating the launch of School of Mines and Engineering Alumni Chapter.
Thank you. Carol, you will guide them how to cut the cake. You know, this gender doesn't understand that assignment. That is why Richard is reading it very closely. You see, they're being even taught how to hold the microphone, the knife. We can give them a round of applause. I told you the DJ has that one of kata keki sio ugali. So who are we serving as the first recipient? Na iko na wenyewe. Weka tu hiyo. Where is Sarah and Grace? Sarah and Grace. I will read your second names. I know you are trying me. Sarah and Grace. Grace Mwaura and Sarah Mutua. And I will read your third name if you don't come. Thank you, thank you. Please join this team.
Uprise music, baby.
Kwanza na furaha nitaimba na kucheza washa mishumaa weka keki juu ya meza.
You can clap for them hata kama wanakula na wewe ukuli.
Nimekuletea zawadi kidogo lichobarikiwa akimwana kwete aje na dumu la maji nasije kukumwagia. Anakapicha kako nitakapost boso kupenda itawakost siku ya kunishajikoki ndugu rafiki zako tunasema happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
Could we have the cake now issued to everyone? If you have had a taste of the cake, please have a seat. Nimeona mmenilenga.
Niwape shombe walochelewa, zikinipanda monde nitapepewa. Pembe la ng'ombe au malewa, ila usifoge kusema asante baba.
Carol, can we make sure the cake gets to everybody?
Nakupanda keki kwa wema, kulinde baba Maulana, tukuombeana dua. Aina kapicha kako nitaka post, wasipopenda itawakosta.
As they do that, I want to have a photo session. DJ, we have 3 groups. Where is the planning committee? Planning committee and the alumni executive, please come in front. Planning committee and alumni executive. Cameraman usikule keki mpaka kazi ishe. Planning committee and alumni executive. Tutawaacha. Planning committee, kwani ulikuwa peke yako? Richard, please join him. Planning committee and the executive. Takula bande. The cameraman will tell us where they should stand. Right? Are they part of this? Emmanuel ako wapi? Planning committee and the executive wako wapi? Dr. Kosgei, tafadhali. Now, all alumni of TTU, please join this group. All alumni, Mauti, Anne, at least I know you. Where is Duncan? Alumni. Maulana, are you an alumni? Alumni of TTU, please join this group. George Kasamani.